Thanks to selling Go High Level as a software, I retired my wife at just 28 years old. My SaaS subscription pays for my business operations, and the monthly recurring revenue was more than enough to take my wife out of her dead-end job. She has her bachelor's degree, and last year she was making just under 6 figures. But to get that income, she was working 50 hours a week. Look, I remember times I had to travel to events like the Go High Level Level Up Summit, and I asked her if she would like to come with me. But her boss would say no, and I realized she was on someone else's schedule. And look, as a man, I realized I was not leading my household. I was allowing my wife's career to dictate how much time we spent together. So I calculated how many Go High Level SaaS subscribers I would need to replace my wife's income. The numbers were simple. All I needed was 12 customers on my $749 per month diamond plan. So if I did the math, I would make about $9,000 a month in additional recurring revenue. Now, I already host a monthly webinar, and for the next webinar that I had scheduled, I had 53 people show up. I then presented the value of how it would work for them, and then I got 5 entrepreneurs to sign up for my $749 per month diamond plan. Knowing that I had another webinar in 4 weeks, I marketed that webinar to everyone, my phone book, my local networking events. And then on that webinar, I got 9 people to sign up. So that's a total of 14 customers. Once they signed up, I followed up with each customer and I offered an industry-specific snapshot in exchange for a 1-year agreement. And they all agreed, securing $10,000 a month in less than 6 weeks. I told my wife, babe, it's time to put in your 2-week notice. What's crazy is the company that she was working so hard for didn't even give her 2 weeks. On the same day, they terminated her. That goes to show how much they even cared. But since then, she's been on every trip with me. However, if I had to start all over again, if she and I were both stuck in dead-end jobs and we both wanted to take back control over our time, here's exactly what I would do. I'd get a white label sales presentation recording and I would host monthly webinars. Instead of me having to speak, I would just share my screen and play a proven white label sales presentation recording to potential customers selling my version of Go High Level for $749 per month. And then when the attendees of the webinar purchase, the thank you page would then be a calendar widget connected to a white label onboarding partner. So check this out. With this system, sales are handled, onboarding handled, and I don't even have to hire a single person. Once that system is set up, I would outsource all the marketing efforts to an advertising agency to drive traffic to my monthly webinar, and I'd retain all of the monthly recurring revenue. If you want that exact 5-step system that I've used to retire my wife, I'll send it to you completely for free. Comment the word steps and I'll send it to you in the DM.